My brother, he's gonna control the time. And what do you think the reason of this discussion?
I want to prove from the Holy Quran, these verses of the Holy Quran, that Muslims can be prophet, and Prophet Muhammad is not the last prophet. He is Khatamun Nabiyyin, which does not mean last. That means the seal, which means something more complicated. And it's very simple. I want to simply ask the meaning of a word. So I want to keep it really focused.
The reason of this, no,
Can we say prayer?
no, I haven't said the time yet. The reason of this discussion, we're going to prove from the Quran that Muhammad ﷺ is not the last prophet. Okay? We, according to Muslim, we consider this kufr, apostate, taken out of Islam. Now, let's start.
Thank you.
Prayer.
Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Do you want you lead any prayer you want?
Umar.
No, it's all right.
Yeah,
The time.
okay.
Time, 1 minute.
Okay. Shall I start? Can I start?
Wait.
Yes. Yep. Okay. So there's a verse of the Holy Quran, chapter 4, verse 70. If you include Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, and if you don't, 69. And it says, "And whoever obeys Allah and this messenger of his shall be." And the contention is it with as in next to, or with as in, or among as in one of those who Allah has bestowed his blessings, namely the prophets, the truthful, the martyrs, and the righteous, and excellent companions of these, right? So in short, if you're a good Muslim, you can be a prophet, one of the truthful, the martyrs, or the righteous. These four are grouped together. But a lot of Muslims claim that ma'a means to be with as in next to rather than be one of. I can say it's both. Is that 1 minute done yet?
Not yet, you've got 20 seconds.
So that's what I want to ask. And I'm going to prove through another verse of the Holy Quran that it can mean one of. And it's going to be very simple. And I just want my friend Uncle Umar to answer the questions. That's all. Hey, nice. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
The problem, brother and sister, when we see these ignorant people, Allah said in Quran, وَمَا يَعْلَمْ تَأْوِيلَهُ إِلَّا اللَّهُ وَالرَّاسِخُونَ فِي الْعِلْمِ. Only Allah knows the explanation of Quran, and the very, very well established. We have a man here, he's not Arab, he doesn't know the language, he doesn't know how to pronounce ma'a, like this, and you think he got his قال علي ibn Abi Talib رضي الله عنه وارضاه, whoever saying Quran with his own brain, with his own intellect, he's wrong, even if he's right. من قال في الدين, whoever speak about deen with his own understanding, he's wrong, even if he's right, because he allow himself to go to a place he's not belong to.
okay, so let's get started. First of all, what he said is incorrect because Uncle Umar and myself and all the other Muslims, we invite other people to use logic, and then now he's going to refuse to use logic, but let's carry on anyway. So, you got two options. Does ma'a mean with as in? And if you clarify what with means, if I'm with the English football team and I'm not actually one of the players, I could be with them as in next to, or I could be with them as in one of them. Okay, I'm not, just to clarify, I'm not part of the English football team. So, then the question is there another verse of the Holy Quran where ma'a is used? And it's in chapter 15, verse 33, if you include Bismillah, and you should include Bismillah as the first verse, but if you don't, then verse 32, and it says, God said, "O Iblis, what is the matter with you that you will not be either next to or one of those who submit?" And that's it.
Brother and sister, this man came from, I don't know, subcontinent where the British was established and tried to destroy Islam. They brought this Qadi Ghulam Ahmad from Qadian, bring him to here, to learn to Britain, to study in Oxford, and he died in the loo. And the man, he take random ayat, doesn't know what is the connection of that. and he tell you Muhammad is not the last prophet. I'm sorry, brother, to tell you this garbage. I'm sorry, but this is the mentality we have to. Wallah, I don't want to talk about that, but this tell you that the backward. A man trying to tell you his prophet after Muhammad salam, and he died in the Tawhid, and he said, if you follow, وَمَنْ يُطِعِ اللَّهَ وَرَسُولَهُ, whoever obey Allah and His Messenger, who will be with the elite.
Time.
Okay, so thank you for introducing at least the fact why are we talking about what's the importance of this, which is I believe there's Prophet Muhammad, after Prophet Muhammad there's a true servant of Prophet Muhammad, and his name is Mirza Ghulam Ahmad, and he's here to unite humanity, unite the Muslims, and they are very broken and weak, and that's why all the Western nations are flattening them and taking over them, destroying them and using them. Okay, and we're the only people with a Khalifa. This is just one of the many signs that support this true community. And anyway, in short, if you simply try to say the word matter, and I'm going to, by the way, in the video description, you're going to have it, all these verses in the comments. If you say it simply means next to, then God is saying, oh Iblis, what's the matter with you that you simply are, why are you refusing to stand next to those who submit? And everybody knows, even the verse following clearly says that he was not simply refusing to stand next to, he was simply one of those who refused to submit.
Again, brother and sister, the ignorance of Al-Ajam. Al-Ajam, we call it the non-Arab. We call Ad-Dabbatul Ajma, the animal who doesn't understand, comprehend. The man using his own brain. And again, Ali ibn Abi Talib radiyallahu anhu Allah said, لو كان الدين بالتعقل ما مسح الخف من أعلاه. You know, when you pray and you want to wipe over your socks, you wipe top of your leg, not in the bottom. There is no logic here. This is called ahkam tawqifiyya, something you order to accept. If you don't accept it, you are not submitting. But the man tell you are unite. Can you imagine Ghulam uniting the Muslim? Can you imagine the Qadiani uniting the Muslim? They will be uniting upon the law.
So far, you will notice that Uncle Umar refuses to engage intellectually and answer my simple question about matter. So I've demonstrated, it's very simple, I don't have to make this video much longer. The word matter in the example of chapter 15 verse 33, and if you want you can call it 32, but you shouldn't. It clearly means, matter simply, it clearly means one of. Okay, now my argument is that it can be one of or it can be with in different contexts, and probably in the next minute I will explain how it must mean one of in the context of the verse where it says you can be a prophet. Am I done with time or not?
Good.
Yep. So, and definitely if you're not sure, look at verse 34, the following verse that says Iblis was definitely one of those who did not submit. So that's not a question either.
Again, the verse, the man in this, like you know that some Christians say like this. وَمَنْ يُطِعِ اللَّهَ وَرَسُولَهُ, whoever obey Allah and His Messenger, فَأُولَٰئِكَ, those people who follow مع النبيين, with the prophets, والصديقين والشهداء وحسن أولئك رفيقا, and those, this is the best companionship. So it depends if you are, how much you follow Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You could be from the martyr if you find the sake of Allah. You could be with the Siddiqeen. You could be truly follow Muhammad and his message. This is nothing. There is nothing. Unless you are screwed here, you will understand there is Another prophet.
Time.
Oh, so now we're getting to something. You could see Uncle Umar started struggling. He was going through the list. He was saying, "Oh, if you're a good Muslim, you can be a martyr. You can be truthful. You can be righteous." But when it came to prophet, he said, "Oh, I'm not sure what to say because it's embarrassing. I've just tricked myself. I've just got into, contradicted myself." So you have to ask yourselves. You cannot. These are 4 blessings, and you cannot choose. You cannot choose to ignore one of the blessings. If you're a true Muslim, you have to accept that all 4 are possible. You cannot reject 3 of. You cannot accept 3 and reject 1.
Okay. Go.
You see, brother, sister? You see when shaitan blow in your backside and you get inflated and you think you're gonna be prophet. وَمَنْ يُطِعِ اللَّهِ, whoever obey Allah. So where's here you're gonna be prophet? مع a company. But you're gonna be prophet, this is when you get screwed intellectually in your head. Not sexual in your head. You follow Allah and His Messenger, you're gonna be according to your percentage of the following and obedience. But would you come to the level of Muhammad alayhi salam? Would you become to the martyr? Prophets are so many levels, so many degrees. Shahada, so many degrees. And between each one and another, as if between the earth and heaven. And the man tell you, you will be prophet.
Time.
So there's not much else to say really. So you can see clearly Uncle Umar is struggling, and just check out these verses below. They'll be in the comments. I'm always responding to comments, and so far I've done a couple of these videos. I've actually done one with Uncle Umar before, but last time he just refused to answer the question at all. This time at least he made a little bit of effort. He didn't answer the question about matter. He did insult my ability to understand Arabic, but him knowing Arabic, despite that, he can't answer my question. In fact, the Quran is on my side. So it doesn't matter if I can speak fluently Arabic, I know a few words. My wife's Arab. There are many Arab people with PhDs and they completely understand what I'm saying. It's very simple. And you can see my whole series.
Okay.
His wife speak Arabic. So his wife speak Arabic and say, nah, like this. It doesn't work. This is the tool. If you study a book of math, of mechanical engineering, they are symbols. If you don't understand the symbols, you're going to say, ma, like this. You have the tool to understand Islam in the Arabic language. And Arabic language is not for the Arabs. Imam al-Bukhari is Arab. He speaks Arabic better than the Arabs. Imam Muslim, Imam Samarkandi, Imam... the majority of the scholars in Islam, they are not originally Arab, but Arab is a tongue. When you master the language, that's why you find Dar al-Ulum in India. They produce better people who speak Arabic better than the Arabs. But if you say, nah, like this, there is no Muhammad Khatam al-Nabiyyin, no prophet. No prophet, no prophet.
Great, so now he's contradicting himself. First he said, oh, you're not Arab, you can't give the answer. Then he's saying, oh, even if you're not Arab, then you can be better than the Arabs. Actually, that's correct. I'm glad he contradicted himself. He's contradicting himself a lot today. And I would say, just like if you're a native English speaker, it doesn't mean you understand Shakespeare. And Arabic is far more complicated than English. So do check on the lexicons and check out the words, the meanings of these words, and don't be arrogant. And I think one last thing I'd like to say is that the Quran says, do not blindly follow the majority, because then you will be led away from the truth. This is in the Quran. So I could give a reference to that if you want. But you might feel confident, oh, Ahmadi Muslims are the few, but the followers of prophets, I'm a follower of Prophet Mirza Ghulam Ahmad, who is a sincere Muslim follower of Prophet Muhammad. the followers are few in the beginning. Like, look at Jesus. He was true, and only 70 people roughly followed him. That's not the measure in which you find the truth of somebody. How many people? You say the last thing.
Please, brother and sister, as you protect your backside and front side, protect your brain. Because you could be abused. Wallah al-Azim, you could be abused. In your head. And this tell you, Ghulam Murza, blah, 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 Hindustani. And the man, he said, I contradict myself. Is it my problem? If you have ears, doesn't benefit. If you have eyes, doesn't benefit. The man said, if you are non-Arab and you speak fluent Arabic, you got the tools. But if you are non-Arab and you are a donkey, leave Quran alone. You cannot come this is prohibited area. Even like sword in Arabic got 70 names. Camel got more than 50 names.
Okay.
Great, I'm done. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you very much for your time.